Welcome to the Little Wood House. Today we're going to be building a magnetic chalkboard. Alright, so for this magnetic board, of course you want to find out the size that you want. This is going to be relatively large at a 3 feet by 5 feet, so pretty big. We're going to measure that out. We have a piece of hardy board here, and we're going to use a circular saw to cut it. Remember, when you're making your lines to measure, you want to leave enough to make up for the difference in your circular saw. So we've got our line down. We're going to go ahead and get this cut. You also have to be a little bit acrobatic and safe at the same time. Now that we got this hardy board cut to the 3 by 5 size that we wanted for our magnetic board, time to paint it. So what we're going to use is a magnetic primer from Rust-Oleum. This is supposed to be really great. I grabbed it like you would grab any 30-ounce can, but it is not like any 30-ounce can. This thing is heavy. Do not let it drop on your toe. According to the directions, it recommended a high-density foam roller. So that's what we grabbed for this project, and we're going to get started to transform it to a magnetic board. So our base coat of the magnetic paint is dry. It looks really rough, and just remember, it's a base coat. You have to put a top coat on this or it will probably chip away. It's pretty rough too. It's a chalkboard is what we're going to paint on top of this, just the Rust-Oleum chalkboard paint. So let's see if it is actually magnetic. I've got a couple of magnets here that we're going to play with. Just your traditional refrigerator magnet. An awesome hook magnet. It works! And they really recommend using an earth magnet. These little boogers. And that is strong. So our magnetic board is ready for its top coat. What we've chosen to use is our chalkboard paint from Rust-Oleum. This is going to add 2 fun properties in one board: the magnetic background and the top coat of the chalkboard. Remember, they're both black, so you're not going to see a ton of difference. You also don't want to use too many coats of the chalkboard paint or it'll ruin the magnetic properties. So you're going to want to use thin strokes and use a foam roller so you can get those in nice and smooth. So let's get started. So we went from this light blue, almost white, to this. Takes about 5 to 10 minutes of stirring. So stir well. So I've got my unfinished casing here, also known as trim, some people may call it, and we're ready to get that cut down. This is about 2 1/4 by 16, so we do not have a lot of wiggle room, so we're gonna have to make some pretty precise cuts. The good news is, if we mess up a little bit, we could take a little off of the board that we painted the other day. So we've got this all set up for 45 degrees, and we're gonna get these cuts made. So we're staining our casing or trim for the chalkboard, and we went with a dark walnut. This is a real quick stain that dries in about an hour. Get a jetter out, because as you can see, you want to get in these grooves real good. Okay, we have got our trim cut and stained and ready to adhere to our board. We're going to do that with the Titebond Quick and Thick glue. This goes faster and works great for interior surfaces, so we're going to use it. Okay, I'm just going to clamp these on here real quick with our Titebond. Now we're going to flip it over and put a couple quick brad nails in it. After doing the first one, we realized it was going to be a lot easier to glue all of the edges down and clamp them, and then later add the brad nails for strength. And we're done. It's all dry and put together and ready for testing. So let's test it out. A couple of hook magnets. Those are good. And it holds stuff. That's nice. Works. Some cute little resin magnets we made. Be happy. Will it hold something? Maybe. And then for the fun stuff. This project has been a lot of fun. I did learn a couple of things. One, magnetic paint, awesome, but you will need to use the entire can on just a project this size. If you're gonna do a wall, you're gonna need a lot. I also learned that dustless chalk, while great, still leaves a lot of dust. And the magnets that you're gonna wanna choose, get the strong ones. Spend the extra dollar, it's worth it. But in the end, it was a lot of fun. I hope you had fun watching this video, and I hope you choose to make one yourself. Don't forget, like us, subscribe, and leave a comment below.